Hey going guys, in this video I want to share with you a book review on a person I really admire. His name is Adam Khoo, and I first came across Adam Khoo I think about 10 years ago. He had a blog site, and I think I just did some searches and I came across his blog, and he is one of the most sought after speakers and authors and entrepreneurs in Singapore and across Asia. So yeah, anyway, one time I was going through his blog and I was reading it and became really inspired by his words. And then if we fast forward, like I think about 7 or 8 years later, I was sitting in his office, and yeah, we were actually having a conversation about about life and about business and everything. So it's really amazing on what you can do with a blog, and the people that you meet, and the things that you learn as well. I think that, yeah, from my experience with talking with Adam Khoo, he's a really great guy, and he's really smart, very humble as well. So I'd recommend the guy. So anyway, back to the book. So Adam Khoo, he wrote this fantastic book called Secrets to Building Multi-Million Dollar Businesses. Secrets to Building Multi-Million Dollar Businesses. So this book is like become like my Bible as well whenever I'm trying to build a business online or offline. I've come across many books, but this one seems to just simplify everything. It goes from psychology to systems to actual implementation as well. So one of the key takeaways I want to share with you in this book is that he covers the concept of building a business through a particular type of formula. So it's pretty much, the formula is leads times conversion rate times price equals sales. So that's pretty much the formula there. If you can get that down, that's fine. So leads. So what is leads? Leads is all about generating the leads through various types of medias. So you can use YouTube, you can use Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, blogs. All those are your leads. Next up is your conversion rate. So what's your conversion rate? Your conversion rate is pretty much the percentage of the people of your leads convert to a customer. So it could be 100 leads, 10 customers out of those 100 leads, your conversion rate is 10%. So how do you increase those conversion rates into, how do you increase conversion rates? Well, you can have testimonials, you can have video, you can have certificates, awards, those type of things that build trust, that will help the leads convert to sales. Obviously, the next part is price. So you multiply the conversion rates to price, the customer's price, and therefore you have X amount of profit. So I think that's a really great key takeaway from the book. The leads times conversion rate times price equals sales. He also goes on about talking about the trying to understand your target market. So before you go out and market a particular product or service, make sure that you understand the psychological needs of your customers. So you can see there, he's got. You can see there you've got what's the current problems, the pains and frustrations of the customer. So you can see there, and you also got the greatest frustration and the greatest desires. So if you can write down the desires and the frustrations, you can get a clear idea of what your customer really wants, and you can put that into your marketing campaign. There's also a really good example of how he created a marketing campaign, like an advertisement that generated the sales. So I love sales letters. I love creating copy, and I love like seeing them go out there and interact with the market and convert to sales. So anyway, here's one. So you've got there, you can see that that's an example of Adam's advertisement there. So you can see he's got the headline, a powerful red headline. This is not by accident. This is all been tested. He's got his picture there, which grabs attention. He's got the testimonials, and he's got the call to action as well. So if you can mimic that type of advertisement, that will be pretty effective. You can increase your sales to maybe about 1% or something, 1% to maybe about 10%. So it's pretty good. The book also gives you examples on how to increase your leads. So I really like this chapter. I've also marked it as well. So there's 47 ways to increase leads. So you can advertise in those different areas. That's all, you can increase your leads there. So what's the chapter in this book? So he's split up into several different chapters. Chapter 1 is the making of a millionaire entrepreneur. So this is a story about how he started becoming really successful in business. The success factors of millionaire entrepreneurs. This is for chapter 2. So he covers the psychology of entrepreneurs. So it's all about time management, how they think, the psychology, and their traits and everything. So it's really important to understand this so we can copy it ourselves. Chapter 3 is coming up with $1 million business idea. This is not just about creating something as a hobby. This is also analyzing markets and creating something for the market. Chapter 4 is all about building a business that works without you. So we all tend to go into business to get away from the 9 to 5 and work for ourselves, but we tend to be trapped in our jobs, and we tend to be trapped in our businesses, and we can't break free. We want that freedom. What's the reason why you're in business? So you can be free. So this chapter talks about how you can build systems that will free yourself up away from the company. So that's pretty good. Chapter 5 is all about multiplying your business profits. So that's where he talks about the profit producing engine there. And chapter 6 is talking about how to generate millions in sales and profits. That's all about increasing your conversion rate. Chapter 7 is all about building a championship team. It's very important to build a team around you. If you invest in people and build them up and everything, they'll go out and they'll take care of your customers. So this is a really important part. Chapter 8 is all about mastering your money. This is a very important chapter because you can be generating lots of profits, but then it'll be all just falling out of your fingers. So, and then chapter 9, he talks about growing your business empire. So this is an interesting chapter when the entrepreneurs go through different stages where they're at the startup phase where they're just trying to just survive, and then they go into different phases where they're just trying to survive. So that's pretty interesting. So overall, I think this is a fantastic book. I love Adam Khoo's books. The way he writes, he's a great teacher, and it's very simple to understand and go through. So I highly recommend it. This is like the Bible of building a company. I actually got a few copies in my library because it's such a great book. People just keep taking it from my library. But yeah, it's a really, really great book. I can't recommend this enough. Fantastic book. It's all complete. All you got to do is just follow the instructions, and you're just building, $1 million business. There you go. So yeah, just go ahead, check it out. It's in the bookstores, and check it out. Adam Khoo, he's the man.